Hi, I'm Christina Bergson with the Animal Law Firm, where we are fighting for the underdog. Today is the first installment of a three-part series on emotional support animals and service animals. The first installment that we will talk about today is the online registration. First and foremost, those are a big scam. Don't pay for it. It is worthless. So you know those registration websites, or you see the advertisements on Facebook, you see them online, whatever, and it's like usservicedogs.com or like emotionalsupportanimal.org, something, and you go online, you pay 50, some I've seen you pay as much as $200, maybe more, I don't know, and you put in some information about you, your disability, and your pet, and then they print out, and then you get a certificate emailed to you saying that, hey, this is a service dog, or you get like a card in the mail, and maybe you get a vest. I don't know. It depends on what website you use and what packages they're offering. But by and large, all of them are literally scams. Now, I mean, technically they're like kind of legal. Like there's nothing illegal about these websites, but they're just scams because they don't give you any rights. Like some of them say that on there, but most of them don't. Like if they do say it, it's like tiny itty bitty fine print that you can barely read, and like like if you have a disability, like if you have limited vision, then like you're not gonna be able to read that. So they put themselves out there, these websites, as being like an authoritative source on getting your animal registered. There's no registry. It would be against HIPAA to have a registry of people with disabilities. Like it just doesn't make any sense. So there is no registry anywhere. There is no state registry. There is no federal registry. There is no city registry. There's no registry. It doesn't exist. There is no registration. The ADA does not require registration. The FHA, which governs emotional support animals, technically is, I won't get into all the nitty gritty, but for the most part, the FHA, the Fair Housing Act, applies to emotional support animals, and the ADA applies to service animals in general. Neither one of those laws requires a registration. So if you register online with some website, all you're doing is paying money to some random person who set up a website. Literally, that's it. It has absolutely no legal meaning, no legal authority. But a lot of people don't know that. And these websites hold themselves out, like I said, as an authoritative source, but they are not. A lot of times I see advertisements for this and they're misquoting the law. I see a lot of advertisements on Facebook for these emotional support animal websites that say, oh, register your dog as an emotional support animal and take your pet anywhere. No, if your dog is an emotional support animal, then no, you don't get to go out in public with an emotional support animal. If your dog is a service dog, then yeah, you can go out in public, like it's required under the ADA. But emotional support animals cannot leave the home. And like the only animal who can be a service animal is dogs. The ADA changed it. It used to be dogs and miniature horses. I don't know why it was miniature horses. Well, I do know why it was miniature horses, but this isn't what this episode is about. But anyway, so now it's just dogs. So sorry, miniature horses, you're no longer allowed to be service animals. But so it's the only species that can be a service animal is a dog. So if you have an emotional support animal, you can't take your emotional support animal out of the house. Either way, it doesn't really matter. What I'm saying is that whether you register your dog as an emotional support animal or a service animal, the registry is meaningless. So don't give your money to these people. What you need to do is go and get a doctor's note. So you need to go to your doctor, your primary care physician, your therapist, your counselor, your psychologist, whatever you see, your medical provider or your mental health provider. And that is the only person who can quote unquote prescribe you an emotional support animal or a service animal. So I'll get into a little bit more on that in my next segment, but I just want to let you know, please stop paying for this stuff, because you are literally just giving money to some dude in his mother's basement, who made a website. So stop paying for it, because it's a waste of your time and money. So that's it for today, underdogs. I look forward to seeing you in our next segment, and yeah, stay safe out there. Bye.